Hi, folks. Well, it's all kicking off in our house tonight. My brother has decided to get into an absolutely vicious mood. He's got which parcels because so he went cleaning and then was watching something on YouTube and his phone battery because he's freaked out. I just had to maybe go for a walk because I am afraid that he's going to attack me. It would not be the first time he's done it. This is not the usual me, but I'm now on tenterhooks, on the eggshells, because I'm in fear. And I don't know what he's capable of because he's just said to me about 2 minutes ago, will I get any extra brownie points if I was to kill you? And when I said no, and that his question absolutely was horrible, he didn't like that answer. I, as an older sister and the only woman in the house currently, because our mum is in Cork, I should not have to live with that fear. I should not have to be on tenterhooks, fearing the next slap, the next punch, the next kick. As it is, 1 week ago, Monday, I was punched in the head by my brother. I'm just lucky that he didn't actually cause me serious injury this time. And I can tell you, it's not nice living with that kind of fear. And I can tell you, factually, that it's not confined to intimate partners. Domestic abuse, sadly, because we grew up with it. My stepdad, who is my brother's biological father, was abusive to us also. So my brother Dermot, sadly, grown up with his example of abuse. As I said, I'm now very much on tenterhooks because I don't know whether something will happen to me, but I feel that it will. Hence why I want to be next to the window if I need to get away. And I can honestly say that the fear of this is absolutely crippling me. It's not a nice sensation of just needing to get away, that the fear of the situation that I'm currently in. And again, with so many people being judgmental on what did you do to cause it, it's a horrible thing for somebody to assume that the person who gets abused has actually done something to cause that abuse. So I just suggested to my brother, that he goes out for a walk and cools off. As said, he's also very much acutely mentally ill, and there seems to be nothing that his GP or um, anyone else wants to do. And the Gardaí's attitude is they don't give a hoot whether I get injured or not, to be quite honest. As said, so far he hasn't touched me, but it's just the absolute fear of it. I don't like living on eggshells. I don't like feeling afraid of my own brother. It's an awful way to live. It really is. As said, normally we get on quite well, so not something I was expecting to be speaking about again tonight is the issue of domestic abuse and fear. But it's a very real part of my life. Not only the domestic abuse, but the fact that my brother, on top of that, has mental illness. Now, that in itself should not be a cause of domestic abuse or an excuse for domestic abuse. And I don't like his moods. They quite, frankly, they petrify me. So, given that I've not done anything that I can see or said anything that I shouldn't have said, you know, um, I can just say that it's not the nicest of feelings to have to go through that and to be afraid of something kicking off. How do you explain that, to other people? Domestic is truthfully not confined to husbands and wives or same-sex partners. I'm sure in every family, if we go back the years, if we look at the Magdalen laundry scandals, how many fathers possibly beat their daughters because they got pregnant? That is domestic abuse. Yet for so many years, we in Ireland swept it under the carpet. It was seen as a domestic nothing for Gardaí to be getting involved with. Women are naturally afraid of the consequences of reporting a crime, because if they have to continue living with their abuser, they are at greater risk of death or being murdered. Why don't they leave or get a safety order? It's not that easy. Financially, if you're trapped, it's not very easy to get away. And the guilt of not wanting to leave my brother because he has slight acquired brain injury. I, as the older sister, I suppose I'm nurturing because I am his only sister at that. But as I say, it is the absolute fear and the anxiety that goes with it. The watching, looking over your shoulder if they're behind you, trying to just observe their body language and trying very hard to keep your own body language as neutral as you can. And just trying to ensure that your voice remains solid, one tone sort of tone, so that you're not sort of expressing anxiety or anger or fear, not allowing an abuser to know that they're making you uncomfortable or fearful. As I said, it's not a video I wanted to be making. This is my life. I have been seriously injured by my brother. I've had 2 concussions and a broken nose, along with being choked. Last Monday it was being punched in the head. Thankfully not hard enough to do me serious damage, but enough just to shake me. Yet the Gardaí don't give a hoot. My mum and brother may have substance-induced psychosis, but again, because of that, there's an automatic assumption that I have it. Now, that is absolutely insane. That's pure insanity. It is a generalized, ignorant assumption. I did not use drugs. I do not use drugs. I have no temptation to use drugs. Yet, because my mother smoked marijuana while pregnant with me, and my brother chose to sniff glue and aerosol, oh, well, automatically, I'm supposed to be cuckoo. I would not mind. I've never had a psychotic episode. Thank God, nor a breakdown, nor ever been on anti-psych medication, nor been an inpatient in any psychiatric facility. So just because my mum and brother suffer with mental health issues, my safety is basically screwed. If anything happens, so what? Whoopity-doo, mental family, don't worry about that. That's the attitude. And it is a disgusting attitude to have, quite frankly. And my hope would be to now sue An Garda Síochána. As said, my safety has been compromised on too many occasions. And really and truly, of An Garda Síochána, a lot to be desired. I shouldn't have to be afraid. I should not have to live with fear of my brother. I should not need a piece of paper to keep me safe. But yet, it almost ends up like my brother has to kill me before my safety and my well-being are taken into consideration. And as I said, it's an absolutely horrible feeling. And I'm just going to leave off the video now just for a second. And I'm only hoping that after a few minutes walking around, my brother might calm down. Okay, thank you folks. I hope you enjoy watching this.